Hello, Dark X Cross again. I'm going to show you a couple cool little tricks on what you can do with a map. If you haven't watched it already, I already have a how to map basics video. Go ahead and check that out so I don't have to go over the layers, what each layer does, what each little tab up at the top, the shortcuts, stuff like that. Um, Now let's just get underway. Okay, we're going to lay out some well, first I'll show you a cool little pathing. Okay, we'll lay out the grass full screen. Now let's lay out a path. We'll use the lighter grass as an example just to show you what a basic path should look like. I always double the pathing because I like to use special pathing tiles. You can use the single paths or paths already made up, or you can make your own. As you can see, we use the basic dark green for the background and the lighter green for the path. Now we're going to go over to these tiles. These are darker grass, but it goes into, if you can't see the lime green. The lime green means if you put it on level 2, it will not show up, but the other color will. So you grab this pencil and you throw it on the tile like so. And that'll give you a more of a path feel to it. Again, it's your own choice how you do paths. I like to do it this way. It just looks cooler. You throw in the little curve tiles. Now, a lot of people tend to forget this, but this also has little corner tiles because there's corners on the maps here. I can't stress this enough. When you detail a map, if you do a pathing like this, make sure you get every piece of the path, or players will notice it and then you'll get hounded because it's a stupid little mistake. You shouldn't miss something like that. So there's our basic pathing tile. Now let's add in a house. We'll use Med Classic House just because I like using this house. Okay, now we're going to add in shadow to the house. Not to the house itself, but to the outside of the house. This will give it more of a depth feel for the players. You have to be careful when you shadow stuff, because if you shadow it wrong, players will let you know. Players are very inquisitive, I guess you would say. They like to mention when stuff's off key or something like that, or doesn't look right. Now if you notice, when it goes over to the grass tiles, it kind of makes it look messed up. So we're going to get rid of those tiles, and then we're going to cut these ones so it looks like the house has a top. Okay, now you can see the shadows there. Save it. Now instead of blocking off the top with trees like we did in the last tutorial, I'm going to use mountains. I like using mountains a lot because it gives you a lot more variety on what you can do, how you can block off maps, stuff like that. I put them on level 2. All the mountain tiles don't have to be on level 2. I just put them on level 2 in case I mess something up. I can just erase that level 2. Plus I don't have to switch back and forth when I'm switching from the regular bottom of the tiles to the top of the tiles. Okay, now we have a house next to the mountain with the path going in between it. Now we're going to add in a couple trees. Since I already explained that this box right here is the quick items for mids, I won't go into that again. Just place a couple trees on the map. Don't place too many. You don't want to get too detailed with trees. Um, it 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 can be good when you do forests, but when you're doing like a transition into like a plains or forest type into mountain type, you don't want to put a ton of trees around the mountains because then it just looks wrong. Place a couple of the rocks that match the color of the mountains around. This makes it look like, rocks fell off the mountain. Add in a couple more trees, darker or lighter trees than the last ones. Now if you can't tell, this is also blocking off the sides, so players can't walk into these maps. That's too many greens right there. There we go. Place a rock tile there, and that blocks off the side here, the side here, and over there. Okay, now we got that basically laid out.